Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Good Coach, Bad Coach. I'm Coach Micheal, Burt, the Super Coach. Come to you every Sunday night to teach you the habits that great coaches know that the others never figure out. There are millions of bad coaches in the world, and here's the deal. You can be a great coach that makes some bad decisions. You can be a great coach that can't get buy-in from your team. You can be a great coach that completely loses your confidence, which is the topic of what we're talking about today, how to bounce back as a coach. Before we talk about how to get your team to bounce back, let's first talk about when you, the coach, loses your swagger. How do you get it back? Because this is real important. I even wrote a whole book on it called Swag, the 6 battle-tested strategies to build, maintain, and protect your greatest confidence. As a coach, the number one person's confidence you have to protect is yours. You see, I see confidence as either an asset or a liability. An asset adds, a liability subtracts. If you don't believe in you as the coach, or if you've lost a little bit of your swag, or if the market has told you you're not very good, or you're coming off a losing team, or a losing season, or a losing game, if you can't get your confidence back, then it is a big-time liability to you. That means it's subtracting from you. It's subtracting from you. And if you ain't on your A game, guess what? Your players are going to know it. Your people are going to know it, and they're going to start to lose faith and confidence in you. Lou Holtz used to say this: what takes years to build up can take seconds to tear down. What takes years to build up can take seconds to tear down. So let's look at some definitions of confidence. Today we're talking how to bounce back yourself as a coach when you get knocked down. What takes years to build up can take seconds to tear down. Let me give you some definitions of confidence. Number one, it's the memory of success. What if you had a lot of success 10 years ago as a coach, but you have not had any success lately? What if you've lost 3 straight games? What if your best player's injured? What if you're in danger of losing your job? What if there's so much self-induced pressure on you that you can't function at a high level? You don't have the memory of success. So one definition of what a therapist or psychology would tell us is the memory of success. Success breeds more success. The more success you have, the more confident you're going to feel. That's why it's easy in a winning season to begin to think nothing can go wrong. Nothing you do can go wrong. Another definition of confidence is this internal knowing that you can create or manifest when other people don't think you can. It's an internal knowing that you can create or manifest what you see in your mind even when other people don't think you can. This is something that you got to know. You got to stick to. You believe in you. You bet on you. Confidence is the one thing that affects everything. In my opinion, a great head coach is in the business of building, maintaining, and protecting confidence. So let's look at some things that could erode your confidence as a coach. Number one, your last game, the last play, the good opinion of other people, what your boss thinks about you, what your players think about you, what your spouse thinks about you. The past will erode your confidence. Number two, the tone in which you use language or how people speak to you or say things to you could erode confidence. The language that you use could erode confidence. Your inability to forgive and move on, or other people's ability to forgive you and move on. Or this is a big one that will erode confidence: unrealistic expectation. You know, many years ago when I was a head coach, we had a very young and inexperienced team. We lost 4 or 5 games in a row, and I walked in and gave a fiery talk before the game, and I said, we're going to win this game. We believe we're going to do it. We're sick of losing, all these things, and we went out there and we got pounded on. You know why? We weren't that good. We didn't really have any confidence. Now, I've got a buddy, Matt Monero, that talks about false positive. It's where you're led to believe things that simply are not true. You're led to believe you're better than what you are. You're led to believe nothing can ever go wrong. That is false positive. So when you think about this concept here, there are lots of things that can erode your confidence, confidence being the one thing that affects everything. And sometimes as a coach, I might be out there speaking to you. You have to protect your own swag. Maslow had 17 traits of a self-actualized person. One of those traits was the independence of the good opinion of other people. You see, as a coach, if you're going to get caught up in whatever other people think about you all the time, then here's the deal. Your confidence is going to be up when people think you're good when you're winning, and down when people think you're not good, because all this unrealistic expectation you put on yourself. Tonight on Good Coach, Bad Coach, we're talking confidence, how you bounce back as a coach. We're going to get into confidence builders, getting your swag back, and then how to instill it in your team. Tonight you're listening Good Coach, Bad Coach. You're watching it. You can get this on Stitcher Radio. You can get it on iTunes. You can watch it on the Burt Network every Sunday night. I believe in good coaches because good coaches can change lives. When we come back, we're moving to how do you build confidence once it's been lost. Hey, this is Coach Micheal Burt, and I have a prediction. Within the next 5 years, every manager in the world will have to become a coach. You know, a good coach will do 3 things for you. They make you have conversations you don't want to have. They make you do some things you don't want to do. They'll help you become something you didn't think you could become. This transition, what I call the coaching revolution, prompted me to create a program called Turn Your Managers into Coaches. What we want to do is drive up engagement, drive up production. We want to become a manager other people want to follow. If you've got managers out there that you want to turn into coaches that engage people in systematic behaviors that allows them to do something tomorrow they simply cannot do today, pick up the phone and call us, 225-8380, 615-225-8380, or email us at info@coachburt.com, and we're going to teach you how to turn your managers into great coaches. Hey guys, Coach Micheal Burt. Follow me at Micheal Burt. Good coach, bad coach. Secrets of great coaches know that the others never figure out. Why are there so many bad coaches in the world, man? Here's the thing. Most people focus on the body. They practice harder. They lift more. They yell louder. They never touch the mind, the heart, and the spirit. But here's the big question. Who's coaching you? When you lose all of your swag as a coach, when you cannot bounce back, when you get knocked down, when you want to crawl up and hide from the world because you can't perform at the level you want to perform at, who is coaching you? Come to Coach Burt. We'll refill your swag, refill your confidence. Confidence is the one thing that affects everything. Watch us every Sunday night at 6 p.m. or at theburtnetwork.com. Today we're talking how to bounce back yourself as a coach. I want you to go back to a time in your life, and you may be there right now. I've got some good friends that are coming off some hard times that have lost almost all of their confidence. What takes years to build up can take seconds to tear down. And when you're in a low point, you got to go somewhere to get your confidence back, to get your swag back. So here's some confidence builders. Number one, you need to go to a person that says 4 words to you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Number 2, you got to look for new opportunity. 7.5 billion people on the planet. You may look at your opportunity right now and think it's contracting or retreating or you're scared. Trust me, there's bigger opportunity out there for you in the market. Number 3, you got to stretch. In times of crisis, in times when there's adversity, this is a time to stretch. This is a time to extend. This is a time to grow your emotional and psychological and spiritual muscles because you're being tested. You're being battle tested. So we got to get you back up, and you got to have intimate conversations with people who deeply care about you as a person, who will support you in a support system. Now, let's say you've been knocked down and you know your swag is at an all-time low. What can you do? Number 1, don't major in the minors. There's a good chance you're blowing this out of proportion. Good chance momentum's on the wrong, you're on the wrong side of momentum, so it's exaggerated you on how bad it really is. You can't allow one or a few people to keep you down, because here's what a coach does. They got one negative person out there in the world. I fall victim to it. Today I was reading on Audible some comments. We had a couple 5-star reviews, a 4-star review, and then I had a 1-star review. And this guy said, this is pathetic. This book is pathetic. It's backed up by no scientific data. There's a bunch of psychobabble. It's a bunch of babble that the author goes on and on. My first response was to get my feelings hurt. Well, then I looked at this guy's reviews, and here's the deal. He had given everybody, he had ever reviewed, a bad review. He'd get everybody 1-star reviews. Okay, so here's what I'd do with him. I'd give him a 1-star review because sometimes we listen to one person. We let one small group of people affect our confidence. Never, and I mean never, let one parent, one administrator, one player, one assistant coach, one person stop you from getting where you're going. Because if you do that, you are majoring in the minors, okay? Another confidence builder, weekly rituals. Get in a rhythm. Okay, get your mind ready for what your body's about to do. Get up 30 minutes early. Get your exercise on. Feed your mind with what you need to feed your mind with. Block out the negative. Tell yourself you are a person of interest. You are a good coach. There are people counting on you. And here's the deal. Get you a close, trusted inner circle of people that you depend on and they depend on you. You can get your swag back. And let me tell you why this is important. If you don't have your swag, your team can feel it. They can see that you're in a rut. They can see that you're not on your A game. They can see that you've lost focus. They can see that you're feeling sorry for yourself. And when you feel sorry for yourself, this is a key point. When you do feel sorry for yourself, you're actually strengthening your weakness. You're exasperating your weakness. What you should be exasperating is your strength. What you should be exasperating is the strongness in you, the power in you, the belief in you, versus focusing on your weakness. When it comes to the team, here's what I would tell you. They watch you. They watch everything you do. They watch how you show up in the morning. They watch how you bounce back. They watch the language that you use. They watch you when you get knocked down. They watch to see what kind of resilience factor that you got as a head coach. And here's the deal. You ain't got time to have an off day. You ain't got time to be weak. You don't have time because too many people are counting on you. You got to see this as a marathon versus a sprint. Sometimes we lose battles and win wars. Sometimes we go 2 steps forward and take a step backward. Sometimes it doesn't always unfold the way we want it to unfold. Go back and watch our show, The 5 Rules of a Crisis, that I did. Because when you do have crisis, ask, what is this trying to teach me? Not why me. What did I do to contribute? Get stable. Get help. Get busy. Because here's what I want you to know. If you give up on you, then they'll give up on you. First sale you got to make every day is to your own self. So if you're out there right now and you're trying to bounce back as a coach, know this. You can't bounce your team back until you bounce back. Okay? Until you get your swag back. I encourage you. Go to Amazon and pick up the Audible of Swag, my book, 6 battle-tested strategies to build and protect your greatest asset. Go to CoachBurt.com. Listen to the MP3 on how to keep your confidence, because I know this from being a coach. Confidence is the most important ingredient you'll ever have. It will compensate for your lack of X's and O's. It will compensate for a lot of things. But if you can't wake up and sell yourself to yourself, then why in the world would anybody else be sold on you? I'll close with this. You are a person of interest. Success is your duty, it's your obligation, it's your responsibility. There are people counting on you whether you feel like it or not. You don't have time for a pity party and go through transition. You have got to get your swag back if you're the coach. Those people are counting on you. Build it, maintain it, protect it, and here's the last thing I tell you. Put your confidence in a safe that only you have the key to. Never give it up to anybody else. This is Coach Micheal Burt. You've been watching Good Coach, Bad Coach. Secrets of great coaches know that other people never figure out. Go out there this week and be a great coach that other people choose to follow versus have to follow.